This is the worst.
I can't stress this enough what I'm about to say. You don't own your games if you buy it digitally. Okay? You just fucking don't. You don't. All right, so a lot of stuff has happened since I've been able to. I've been kind of busy, and I was going to talk about the recent GTA 6 not having a physical disc. I was going to talk about that, and the recent Sony removal of movies. There was also, what else was I was going to talk about? Yeah, that was pretty much it. But since today we got a bombshell and I just got home and just found out about it, by the time this video is released, everybody's already talked about it. And so there's not really much more else I can bring to the table what's been talked about. But I'm just going to kind of rant, maybe, because I'm a little pissed. I'm not only pissed not only am I pissed at Sony, I'm pissed at the gamers. So just a while back, they had just announced that in fact, I'm not even going to bother, except for a few editing issues. I'm not going to really bother with music or anything to make it more. I'm not going to add anything. So they just announced GTA 6, and that GTA 6 will not have a physical disc. So basically what they're saying, basically they're just like saying, like, forget it, we're not going to do that, whatever. Which is, at first I thought, okay, that's fine. That's fine if they want to do it. It's less likely to leak. Less likely for people to steal it and leak it out there and all that stuff. So I'm fine with that as long as we get a physical disc. Because that was my thought. I was like, okay, if they release this and then later release like a premium edition or game of the year edition with added features and you get a disc and everything like that, then that'll be fine. This was before Sony announced the thing they announced today. But I was thinking that, going like, okay, that's fine. So today was announced, like everyone's already talked about, today was announced that Sony is going to in production of Blu-ray physical media. They're going to end it. They're going to end the physical media because they're shifting because of the market of everyone buying. Everyone is buying digital. I cannot stress enough. I've been trying to say this for years. Here's the thing. In the back of my head, I knew this was going to happen. Now, I didn't see all the numbers of physical sales versus digital sales. They kind of keep that kind of under wraps a little bit. I have seen one chart that shows that digital sales are way more than physical sales, but that's kind of like, I feel like that could be conflated, because I feel like every time you buy like a microtransaction or a season pass, I think that gets considered as such as a digital sale. I just got this feeling. I just got this massive feeling. I feel like the numbers are conflated with the whole measurements. I really do. I feel like all of the numbers that have been shown out about the whole digital versus physical, I think it gets massively conflated, because I can't stress this enough when I say this. What they want the future to be is a future where it's digital only, but not only is it digital only, it's subscription-based services only. I feel like they're really pushing that. They really want that to be the new normal, where you have to pay monthly for a game. For one game, basically. Because let's say you don't play everything on a Xbox or PlayStation Plus or Xbox or anything like that, or any of these online services. If you only play like a few games, you're paying for that game almost all the time. One-time purchase price is going to be gone. Sooner or later, they will remove all forms of digital sales in terms of like buying it individually, and it'll just be strictly an online service plan. It will be. I can guarantee you on that one. Guarantee. This is another thing that has been always made me so mad. Is that basically the whole premise of what they want to do to eliminate discs is to try to hurt secondhand markets, which I know they are. I know they've been doing that. I know they've been doing that forever. They hated the rental market back in the day. I know this for a fact. Back in the day, they hated that rental market. And they tried everything to squash that shit. Now with secondhand markets, they're gonna just destroy that fucking shit. Boy, I'm telling you, that's not gonna go over well. That's not gonna go over. I wouldn't say it's not gonna last very long. I should say that. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. I just talked about Sony's stupid DRM policy. Their 15-day DRM policy. So now here's what it is with Sony, and this is what makes me so mad about the entire fucking thing. So now you have a 15-day DRM policy, or a 30-day DRM policy. I need to make that video one day, but I've been busy. But you have a DRM policy with Sony. Not only do you have a DRM policy with Sony that everyone seems to forget when they talk about this. So when you buy your game, you may not even be able to keep your game because just recently they got rid of a lot of movies due to a licensing deal. They got rid of every fucking movie. So even if you purchased your movie, you're not gonna keep it. So imagine that, right? Because I know this is what probably happened because I saw it a lot on Xbox. I never buy any movies off of fucking PlayStation because I knew this shit would happen. But on Xbox, they have it sales on there, and they have either a rental fee where you pay like $5.99 to rent it, or you can buy the full movie for $19.99. There's no discs, so I don't know why it's charging me $19.99. Now with how this is going, they're going to remove all that shit. All that fucking shit is gone. All of it. Movies, I feel like it's a little different from gaming, but it doesn't really matter because sooner or later it will be implemented into games and they will remove your game from your library. They've already done it back, like the whole Stop Killing Games stall started because of the Crew thing. And I think they even pulled that game from people's libraries as well. It reminds me of like that scene from Family Guy where, you know, Peter, they're selling you, like, they're trying to get Carter's money back. And so what they do is they sell, you know, pot to Meg, and they take the money, punch Meg, and take the drugs. So they got the money and the and that. It's the same thing. They take your fucking money and they take the fucking game and they said fuck you. Oh my god. This is oh my god. I've been trying to tell people for fucking years this is bad. Quit buying it digitally. And I know people are going to say, "We'll just go to Steam." Guys, I know I'm gonna piss off PC people. I know I am. What I'm about to say, that's not gonna last either. I know Gabe has been doing really good on making it better for gamers over there, but watch how if once he's gone, it's gonna change as well. I know how everyone just thinks that they're nice little time frame. It's all fine and dandy, but it's only takes one person to be gone for everything to be changed. But at least with Steam, and the only upside to Steam is that they have way better sales over there than they do on PlayStation. Way fucking better sales than PlayStation. And speaking of that, speaking of sales, because I'm going to talk about this real quick before I talk about the Steam stuff. Today was also announced that they're going to shut down the PlayStation 3 store. So let me get this straight. I want to make this perfectly straight. Here's what you want me to do. Here's what you want me to do as a consumer. Because what they want is the ecosystem with all this removals of discs. They want the ecosystem to be strictly the whole ecosystem to be on PlayStation. But the only problem PlayStation is that your ecosystem sucks. Sorry. Because here it is from my point of view is this. You're telling me not only will you take away my purchases, you're going to take away what I bought from your store that you're selling me. You're taking away all my purchases, and not only that, you are shutting down the store. So after all this said and done, not only you took my money, you shut down the store. And not only that, you took my money, you shut down the store, and you get hacked almost all the fucking time. I always hear about fucking Sony being hacked on a daily fucking basis. What the is going on? Why in the world do I need to go buy a PlayStation? Seriously, why in the world do I need to go buy a PlayStation? You have DRM policies that suck. You take away my purchases. You shut down the stores when everything is all said and done, and you get hacked on a daily basis, almost all the time. Why go to PlayStation? Why go to PlayStation? Oh, and if you want to play online, you have to pay a premium to play online. The only going back to Steam, the only upside is their sales. Going back to that, I'm going to talk about that real quick. Because I noticed PlayStation sales are hot garbage half the time. Actually, they're all hot garbage. I fucking hate that. But with Steam, at least it's somewhat a little bit better, a tiny bit, you know. I remember seeing I definitely remember seeing because I think they had like a summer sale, and I think I saw, I don't know for 100%. I think I saw Max Payne 1, 2, and 3, all of it for $8.99. I think it was around that price, and I thought to myself, I know for a factor that the The PlayStation 2 version on PlayStation 4 of the first Max Payne is $8.99. The first game is $8.99. While over on the PC, you get all 3 for that same price. Holy shit, man. Like, what's the point now? What's the fucking point? And I love how some people are saying, well, like, move over to Xbox. Xbox is going to do that too. They tried it back in 2013, and they're going to try it again. I literally saw some people talk when I was watching some of those videos and saw some of the comments. They're like, oh, we'll just go back to Xbox. What do you think was going to happen? They're not going to do that too? I don't know who's in charge there now. I have no idea. They're clearly incompetent. I've heard like they want to keep chasing live service games. They keep wanting to chase a live service game. That's what I'm saying. They want an ecosystem of strictly, it's like constantly pay for constantly pay for the game, constantly do this shit, stay on this service plan. Microtransactions, God knows what. The thing is that it just sucks. Their ecosystem sucks. PlayStation's ecosystem sucks. The only thing I've liked about it was the fact that I could buy a disc and don't really have to connect to the internet. Yeah, they're just chasing that live service plans. They're just chasing all that stuff. They just see dollar signs. That's what they see. Dollar signs, dollar signs, dollar signs. Which is also another thing I always say to people. They're not here. These companies are not here to make games. Especially American companies. They are not here to make games. They're here to make money. They just so happen to be in the business of games. It wasn't supposed to be the whole idea moving to this digital future was to make it cheaper for the customer. I kept hearing that all the time. If they don't make discs, it'll be cheaper for us. They'll take the percentage off. Clearly not. They actually are going up in price in terms of their games. So what happened there? I'll tell you what happened there. What happened there is that, yes, it was going to be cheaper, but it wasn't going to be cheaper for us. It was going to be cheaper for them. So they didn't have to pay for the manufacturer to make these games, to make these discs. They don't have to do that anymore. It's not cheaper on us. It's cheaper for them. That's it. That's all. That's all it was meant. Well, that's all it was really meant for. Golly, I really wish people would understand the corporate mindset more so than anything. These companies, they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about the games. That's another thing. They don't give a shit about the games that are out there and get developed and get made. As long as the money flows in, they can make the game as fucking terrible as fucking humanly possible. If it sells. And we've seen that. I've been trying to tell people. I'm trying to tell people, and I'm keep trying to tell people this. You don't own it. If you think you do, you don't. If you buy it on Steam, you don't. If you buy it on PlayStation, you don't. If you buy it on Xbox, you don't. If you buy it on Nintendo, you don't. You don't own it. You don't own it. You buy a license. And even then, it's a fucking, like, god damn. This is why I don't do this anymore. I don't buy my games at full price. Ever. The reason why is because, one, when it gets released, it's a buggy mess. It's a buggy mess that's unplayable. None of the content is fully there. So I have to wait for season passes and packs and everything like that. And once it's finally finished and still said and done, I later find out that they drop it in sale for like $20 and you get everything. So you're telling me I'm going to pay over $150 for the experience of right now, then to just wait a little while and wait for the reviews and just get it for $20 later with everything in it. That's why I'm just saying, like, what's the point now? That's another thing. It's what's the point? Why do I need to go out and buy a day one? Why? What benefit or advantage do I have? None. There's no advantages other than playing it early. And even then, when you do play it early, it's just a beta version, it feels like, half the time. Most of the stuff feels unfinished, uncompleted, and just terrible. I'm gonna make a prediction here. Whether it's, I'm going to go on a limb here and make a quick prediction. Whether it's going to be true or not, this is just a prediction, a theory, a hypothetical theory that's going to happen. I bet you when GTA 6 gets dropped, it's going to be a buggy mess. It's going to be a buggy mess. I can guarantee you. I just got it in my bones. I have this feeling that it will be. But it's just a prediction, right? I don't know, but with everything being online only, I bet you they're going to hurry up and release this thing, and it's going to be a mess. I don't know. I just got it in my head that it's going to be a buggy mess. This isn't even about the games on a physical disc. It's about your rights as a consumer. That's the thing I always need to say. It is your rights as a consumer and what you have to have when you purchase something. This is why I've said they're not going to pass the bill, definitely not in California, about the stop killing games thing. I just know they're not. I know they're not. You got these gaming lobbyists that are just going to fucking shut that shit down. These companies are not here to do, they're only here to do one thing, and that is to just gouge you out of everything with leaving you nothing. The idea that you own a game and that you can resell it fucking makes them sick to their stomach. I know, crazy, right? But to me, it's just like, I don't care anymore. I just don't care anymore. If I'm going to have to buy digital, I'm not going to buy a full fucking price. I'm not going to do that. That's ridiculous, especially nowadays. What am I waiting on? Huh? What? Just because I get the experience of playing it right then and there? A lot of these games last a long time. GTA 5 lasted a pretty damn long time. I wasn't missing out on anything now. I could go and play it right now and still get the experience that everyone got it on day fucking one. Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's like the fact that we have accepted this, because it's not just about the games. It's about with everything. And everything seems to be going in that direction of being like, you will own nothing and you will be happy. You don't own what you purchase. You don't own what you have. You have to pay monthly for everything. That you're done. You won't own your house. You won't own your car. Hell, you won't even own the food that you fucking eat. If you don't make a monthly payment, you don't get your fucking... The thing is, it's just like, I don't mind. I think a lot of people don't mind paying for shit, but holy fuck, these are ridiculous. Like, I feel like these are on purpose. I mean, that was another thing that everyone kept saying. It was just like, well, we're moving to a digital future. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. Bullshit. When you are purposely taking away some things over here and making it digital only, and some things that are still physical over here. You want to know the one thing that makes me laugh is the factor that when Doom the Dark Ages came out, the sales of it was pretty bad. You want to know why? Well, at least I feel like I know why. It's because I didn't buy it because the game wasn't even fully on the disc. Why should I fucking buy it if it's not fully on the fucking disc? If I'm gonna have to buy it, if it seems like I have to, if it has to have an internet connection, and you want me to buy it digitally, then I'll buy it digitally. However, I'm gonna wait until everything is released on that thing, and that thing is $20, and I don't break the bank playing your fucking terrible game or whatever fucking game that it is. The incentive to go buy it day one is just not there anymore. It literally is not there anymore. They have got so much problems in on themselves that buying a Sony PlayStation is just out of the question. Especially with prices now. That's another thing. It's like the prices have gone up on everything. And if you're gonna tell me as a consumer, oh wait, you're telling me you're gonna take away my purchase, you're gonna shut down the store, and you get hacked all the time, and your console is $1,000+, why would I want to buy that when I could go over here and buy this PC? Why don't I do that? Or hell, even buy an Xbox if I really have to. Well, that'll make things a lot easier coming into the next generation cycle. This is like, well, I won't buy a PlayStation. It'll be expensive as shit. And we kind of saw, we saw the signs when the PS5 Pro came out with no fucking disc drive, and the disc drive was like separate, sold separately. I mean, that was kind of obvious. I think the craziness of it all is just, for me, is like, now it's like, well, fuck, that'll save me some money. I don't have to buy a PlayStation. Plus, now, more so than ever now, it's like, I don't have to really buy anything on day one. Not anymore. Well, that's a relief. That's a sigh of relief. Let all the other idiots who are stupid enough to spend $60 on day one do that. But not me. I'm going to save some money on that one. That's great. I'm actually kind of happy now that it's going to happen, because now I get to save a little bit of money. A lot more money. Store closure. Oh my God. I don't think I even touched upon it really quickly. I'll talk about it real quick. They're going to close down the PlayStation 3 store. Like, they just talked about that. And it's like, unless the ecosystem, or unless the store is all in one, which I'm hoping that it does, they're going to probably shut down soon the PlayStation 4 store. Because all the time I've seen them say on their fucking thing is like, go buy a PlayStation 5, go buy a PlayStation 5. Unless there's some way that they all connect. But just imagine that. They're just going to shut down everything and all those games are gone. Talking about the sales of Steam, Sony barely had any on the PlayStation 3. When the PlayStation 4 came out, they had some sales. But when after a couple of years, I think like 2016, they just stopped doing sales on the PlayStation 3. Just stopped. And everything that was like seriously, you're telling me a 20-year-old game is still $59.99? That's another thing that's going to suck about this entire thing, because these guys don't keep up with the fucking store. They do not do that like they do on Steam. Steam seems to have a really good job of keeping up with it. I swear, it amazes me on some of the sales that they do. Like, some games are still like they do the same sell price for almost 10 years. 10 years. You know, at least with it physical, might find it somewhere for like $5 or something, you know? Maybe a store is trying to get rid of it. Oh, here it is, it's $7.50 or something. Nope, it's $29.99. Buy it, you fucking poor little shit. All I gotta say is this: is that the next generation the next gaming cycle is gonna be really easy. I'm not gonna buy a PlayStation. There's no reason to buy a PlayStation at all, especially on how they've been making games here lately. It's fucking dog shit. So there's no point to buy a PlayStation at this point in time. There really isn't. Xbox, we'll have to see what that one's going to be. You know what? It's considering the factor that they're not going to be doing, like, because I think Microsoft buys Blu-rays from Sony. I think they do. I don't know the whole business, but if they're getting rid of physical media, that more than likely means, and yeah, I wouldn't put it past them because they wanted to do it back in 2013. They're not going to have discs either, and people are going to say that this next Xbox is going to be a hybrid of a PC slash Xbox and whatnot. I think it's just going to be a straight up PC. That's from they're going to be their own in-store PC kind of thing. I think that's what it's going to be. From what it seems like, they're just going to call it Xbox, but it's going to be a PC, more than likely. And they're doing layoffs and whatnot. I think at this point we are definitely now in the video game crash. This is it. And I'm not surprised. America is terrible with video games. They have always been terrible with video games. So I am not surprised that America has dropped the ball on this whole thing. Video game crash, here it comes. I actually cannot wait till it happens because it'll be the most satisfying thing to these greedy corporate fuckers. So let's let it happen. Let's just let it happen. Let the fucking thing fall. Clearly, because they can't fucking do it. And yeah, I'm ready to see it fucking fail. It's gonna fail. I can't wait for that. Also, everyone, stop buying your games day one. There's no point. Holy shit. This is bullshit.